Hey everybody, Arnoldo Offermann here. I'm going to show you one of my new favorite tools that I've been using. When it comes to DJ lighting productions in general, the gear is not only important, but what you use to carry your gear is important as well. For me, my preferred card of choice has always been the Rock N Roller. I've been using the R10s and the R12s for quite some time, but as soon as I saw the R16 at a couple of the DJ shows, I knew I had to have it. So let's take a look at the R16. Let's check out some of the differences. You're going to love this card. The R16 is only 33 pounds, but it holds up to 600 pounds. Now, I never really put more than 600 pounds of gear on it. Heck, I hardly ever put more than 400 pounds, maybe in 300. But the higher weight means that it's going to be more durable right off the bat. And when I do put a lot of weight, especially if I put it only on one side of the cart, I know it's going to handle this a little bit better. Aside from how much weight this thing can hold, the other great thing is the overall tubing of the actual frame. Now this is a 16 gauge, which is basically about a 1 inch and 1.25 inch square steel tube. What that means is the sucker is a lot thicker than the R10 and of course the R12. And right away when you pull it apart to make it, to make it bigger or resize the cart, whatever you choose, you can tell there's a difference. This one's a little bit tougher to pull out. It doesn't slide out as easily as this one. But again, that's because there's a little bit of a weight difference. The wheels right away are completely different. Now the rear wheels use the new and improved no flat. Basically that means that if you put a lot of weight on it, you're not going to have a tube blow out on you. The front wheels are obviously completely different, right? We don't have these little tiny wheels on there. We've got these really nice wheels, super wide wheels, and a much better caster. Now they call this the no flat swivel casters, and of course they have brakes on them. Look, I don't care what they call them. All I know is that when I put my gear on here, and I've put about 300 pounds with bases for the pipe and drape, I've put subwoofers, I've put everything on there, and this thing rolls like butter every single time. But the wide wheels means that I'm going to have better traction. So if I'm rolling it on carpet, and it seems there's a lot of places that don't really have a nice smooth loading area, this cart will struggle with it, right? I mean, the R10 is a great cart, but it will struggle with carpeted surfaces. It will definitely struggle outdoors. This is basically the 4x4 super rugged outdoor version. Of course, you can use it indoors, and that's pretty much where most of my events are. But it's nice to know that if we have a carpeted area or an uneven surface, or God forbid, kitchen grease, these wheels are going to handle it like champs. So the R16's in the front, the R10's in the back. The R16 sits a little bit lower, but that is because of the new and improved wheels. They do have a much lower overall design. But what I find is that this one here, when it's empty, and when this one's empty, they both steer about the same. Now the wheels, I don't want to say they shake, but they wobble a little bit when it's completely empty, but that's not a big deal. That's because there's no weight on it. Once I have weight on this thing, this one steers a lot easier than this one, particularly around really tight 90-degree turns. What I found is in certain older venues where I don't really have a ramp as much as I have just a tight corner to squeeze my cart up on, I find that this one takes the 90-degree corners a lot better than the R10. Again, improved tire design, new tread, new technology within the tire itself means that it's going to steer and handle a lot better with much better traction. The weight dispersion of the cart's a little bit more tolerant. Again, that means that I could have a lot more weight here and less weight in the front, and it's going to steer really nicely. For those of you not familiar with the multi-cart aspect of the Rock N Roller, this is not the only way to use your Rock N Roller. You can have it in different configurations, such as this, where it's completely stretched out. Perhaps you're just carrying a very simple system or a smaller amount of stuff. You don't have to worry about there being too much room and everything falling off. And of course, a traditional dolly type design in case you need to move furniture, refrigerators, anything like that. Remember, the Rock N Roller was designed for more than just DJs, so you do see a lot of DJs on the internet touting about how great these carts are. These can be used for general event productions, they can be used for rental, and they can even be used for non-entertainment industry specific items. Photo booth operators, just in general, anybody that needs a good, solid cart that can take the abuse of everyday work, the Rock N Roller Multi-Cart R16 is definitely a top contender. Before you purchase your Rock N Roller, make sure you guys check out the accessories they have on their website. If you notice, there's a couple of holes here on the other side. They do have tables that you can clip on, which is really cool because if you need a quick rolling table, especially if you're a DJ, you need a quick ceremony system or anything like that, this is the best way to do it. You do have additional holes on the top as well. And the holes on the side, a lot of us have used them for bungee cords just to keep things from falling off if it's something that's a little bit wobbly or needs to be more secure. Tires are easily replaceable, and all the parts are available on Rock N Roller's website. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Leave a comment below. Let me know which Rock N Roller you have if you do have one. And if you don't, what would you use a Rock N Roller for? Again, leave a comment, subscribe, share. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Arnoldo Offermann. Good night and God bless.